And right now tonight, damaging and deadly storms and that possible tornado. It is breaking news, a continuing story, and the focus of team coverage here on the WHAS11 night team. Hello, everyone. I'm Doug Proffitt. The hardest hit area is South and Southwest Jefferson County. The mayor says one person is believed to have been killed by this storm. Mayor Craig Greenberg announcing that death during a late evening news conference.
It's with a heavy heart that I'm reporting that we believe there is one fatality that is potentially related to the storm that happened in the Dixie Highway area.
Bay crews with the National Weather Service Louisville office have been out tonight looking over the damage. They've confirmed an EF1 tornado in the Newburgh area and say they're going to be back out tomorrow morning looking at other neighborhoods.
A clear-cut tornado, so you have wind damage from the trees and from the insulation pattern from the north-northeast to the east-southeast. I'm going to be out tomorrow for sure in PRP. I know various places in the county. I'm pretty confident, I'll use the word compelling, that there's at least one more tornado in the county.
Mayor Craig Greenberg says 13 roads are currently blocked from trees and down power lines. The LG&E power outage map tonight shows most of the outages are centered west and south of I-64, nearly in a line. The heaviest concentration is south and southwest Louisville. Right now, the number standing at about 17,000 LG&E customers still without power. Natasha Collins with LG&E tonight said they have about 200 power lines down, with 250 crews out working to restore the power.
We do have about 250 resources, field resources that are out there working, and additional resources that are headed this way, just as we reposition our crews to make sure that we're able to get customers' service back up and running for them.
Well, the WHAS11 night team's been out covering the storm since it was moving through. Tonight, team coverage with details on that EF1 tornado. But first, Tom Lally and photojournalist Elijah McKenzie are live near PRP, where an apartment complex was badly damaged. And Tom, what can you tell us about the residents there? How many impacted?
Yeah, Doug, we're still in the dark here, I want to stress. So all the residents in this complex are without power. What you're able to see is only from the news crews here covering the damage. Still, the people I talked with here said they're counting their blessings, knowing they were all able to walk away from this alive. Still, 20 people, according to the Red Cross, have been displaced, and they're working with the American Red Cross to find new housing.
All I seen was shingles and trees flying in the air.
It was scary. It was very scary.
Jordan Collins was at the playground with her 4-year-old daughter when the wind picked up at their apartment complex on Brooklawn Drive in southwest Louisville.
Shingles started flying everywhere. The wind was literally taking my daughter, like literally taking her. So I had to run in the house, and then by the time I came back out, everything was literally, it was gone.
This fallen tree is unfortunately only a piece of the damage. I want to show you these two apartment buildings over here. We're told that a tree came through the roof of one and the storm came through the roof of the other. One person was injured, according to the apartment manager, but she's expecting them to survive. Just down the road, trees lined this apartment complex backyard. One tree even went up inside the home.
I just can't believe it. Like, the roof is gone, the building is gone, trees are gone. The roof to that building is back up on that hill.
Melissa Crawford's husband, Rich, was the first to see the damage. He knew people were inside and kicked his way into the building.
And that's when I heard a guy yelling. He was upstairs in the bedroom, and that roof came through his bedroom and threw him down a flight of steps, and I found him in the living room.
He says the man was able to walk away from the damage. Paramedics took him to the hospital.
I mean, I pulled kids out of apartments that had drywall all over them, insulation. I mean, it was pretty messed up.
Collins spent the night helping families connect with the American Red Cross. Are you counting your blessings now?
I am. I'm counting my blessings for everybody that was here, everybody that made it out, and everybody that's alive. I'm just thankful.
And between these two buildings that saw damage, the leasing agent tells me there are 32 units. Many of those people displaced, many of them young families with young, small children we saw, putting them into cars, trying to find a new home and a new place to spend the night with the help of the American Red Cross. They now have a difficult road ahead. Live in Louisville, Tom Lally for the WHAS11 night team on your side.
Tom, thank you. The Red Cross really springing in the action there tonight. Now take a look here. Damage is widespread around Jefferson County. This is Jeffersontown. Our Sky 11 drone showing you the roof just peeled off from this building. This is the Morgan building on Cargo Court near Bluegrass Parkway. It's a host to several businesses. No reports of any injuries there in J-Town. Meantime, high winds also impacting traffic and high-profile vehicles. This semi, you see it there, overturned on the Gene Snyder Freeway near Dixie Highway. LMPD says the high winds caused the driver to lose control, crashing into the guardrail. Officers say the trailer was empty and no injuries were reported in this storm-related crash. Well, it didn't take long. Meteorologists from the Louisville National Weather Service went right to the worst damage. Preliminary report showing an EF1 tornado with 90-mile-an-hour winds touching down in the Newburgh neighborhood. WHAS11 Night Team's Bobby McSwine and photojournalist Ian Hartwitt interviewed the head of the local office on the scene. And Bobby, what did you learn about where you are standing right now?
Well, tonight we learned from John Gordon with the National Weather Service that the tornado hit right here on Robards Lane at 5:05 p.m. Now, the suspected EF1 tornado came with high winds, and that caused the damage that we see here tonight. Behind me, I can hear and see contractors working at this Dash Mart that was severely damaged. The wall completely came down, and it exposes the building, all of the items inside, the cubicles. I suspect that work will continue throughout the night.
The entire wall on this Dash Mart building on Robards Lane, gone. The exposed building showing stacks of food meant for DoorDash customers and empty cubicles where employees work.
Oh my gosh, we had a tornado go through Louisville. I mean, you see the back wall, this warehouse destroyed. We have power poles behind you that were snapped and bent.
At the scene, John Gordon with the National Weather Service says the suspected 90-mile-per-hour EF1 tornado caused a lot of damage.
And I'm thankful no one got hurt. It's flying debris that kills people, and there's insulation and pieces of this building that are way over there, over 100 yards away.
Gordon saying he wouldn't be surprised if more tornadoes are confirmed. A few miles away on Heather Lane, a home for sale that was set to close later this week, sustaining major damage.
We did not hear that tree fall. Never did.
Neighbors say the former owner was a priest who passed away.
I feel so sorry for him. I said, that's heartbreaking.
For their former neighbor and the excited would-be owner. But they're glad to see a silver lining.
No one was in the home. The new people weren't there, and thank God Father wasn't there. You know, yes, that is a great blessing.
Another blessing. The family inside this Audubon Park home says they were uninjured by this huge tree that fell on their roof, lifted by its roots. Another storm-ravaged building along the Watterson, a Thornton's gas station on Poplar Level Road. Debris flying from the roof, landing in the middle of the street. Quincy Dye hoped his favorite fuel stop would be open.
And so I definitely didn't expect to see all the debris out in the street.
For now, he'll gas up elsewhere.
Now, the National Weather Service says it will be back out tomorrow to survey more areas. As you heard, PRP will be one of those areas they will be out looking at. For now, I'm live in Louisville. Bobby McSwine, the WHAS 11 Night Team, on your side.